Which C word?
That particular word that starts with the C that we were teasing around saying.
Does it end with a T?
Cunt. It was cunt, damn it.
Oh, okay, there you go. Cunt.
Try to keep up. Now, see, I think we just connected, like right as I screamed cunt, we said cunt, damn it. Like right as we connected to the ASAP guys.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Jimmy, what?
Holy
What
shit! My
Jimmy,
day just got fucking creepy.
speaking of cunt.
Speaking of what?
Well, there was just a particular word that we were all trying to avoid saying last week, but it still ended up coming out. You know, that C word.
It's the C word, ends with the T.
Ends with, in the middle is a cunt.
Cat.
Cat.
Cat. Did you say cat?
Yes.
What's
going on, Jimmy brother? What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Jimmy Castle. You know how I know? Because it says so right there at the bottom of the screen.
I was surprised you could read.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was mean.
Son of a bitch. It's just never a safe place around here, man. It's always flying. But you know what I say to that, Chris?
No one wants your opinion. Fuck you very, very much.
Ah, perfect.
He's right about that.
That's right.
Fuck you very much. That's in my head now. I can't get it out of my head.
All right, well, how about this? Maybe this will help.
Yeah. This is for anybody who needs to tell somebody to fuck off. Well, hi.
That's an awesome
one. Oh,
too.
So what's going on, brother? How's everything treating you out there?
It's a little rough.
Like looking at you, but we endure.
Absolutely.
Why can't you do your phone sideways and like match us? You look like a little sliver of a twat.
Yeah. That
doesn't match it. It's still just that one way, like the actual said vagina.
Yeah. Like turn it like that way so your head is I don't know. Yeah.
So anyway, that's there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, turn it around. You're making me feel dyslexic. So we got a couple interesting things we're gonna go over tonight. We've got, of course, our newest favorite segment. God damn it, Jimmy! Our newest favorite segment, the Wrestling Fails by Chris Casanova. We're gonna get into that. We're also gonna get into a new segment talking about Legends of the Squared Circle.
I'm excited about that one.
Featuring the greatest heels, the greatest baby faces, the ones who really carved out the path. Every week we're going to feature somebody. Know who's it going to be? We'll find out. But first, Chris, let's talk about the Rock and Roll Express, man. Let's talk about what you found out earlier.
Yeah, so a couple nights ago, I was just surfing Facebook, social media, and I saw this little posting of the Rock and Roll Express. They are on their farewell tour. This is their last year in the business. They're retiring for good. They're done. Oh,
look at how cool is that? You know, I used to have that shirt.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Chris, I before we get too deep into that, I wanted to know how your new gig is going. Is it working out? No covers, no condoms.
Well, I tell you, man, I am making some pretty damn good money, so I'm going to leave it at that.
And this kind of fades into this. I want to grab you a picture of the Rock and Roll when they were just baby-faced, brand new, brand spanking new, wet behind the ears, green as weed, gay as dirt. Rock and Roll Express.
It's Joe Dirt and his little brother.
Totally. That's why I threw with Dirt. Hey, Chris, let me tell you something. Don't try to church it up, son. Isn't it Joe Dirt? Isn't it Joe Dirt? It's Joe Dierte. It's French.
Def Leppard sucks, man.
You suck, man.
Ooh.
So here's something that before we go on any further, we really just have to address what in the fuck happened to Gibson's left eye.
Dude, I'm well, okay, that's mean. I should say I'm looking at it, but I actually am. Like, that's
Well, we're looking at it and it's not looking at us.
I try to find out where it's looking at. I'm like trying to move my head.
And look, this is how predominant that fucked up left eye is. Look,
What?
even in the drawing, his eye is going off.
I can barely see his pupil, dude. Like his pupil's gone. Like it's in the corner of his eye, dude. Like it's
That's how he keeps an eye to make sure that his partner isn't picking his pocket.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
I'm always watching you, you carny son of a bitch.
But
I really though, as I guess trashy, like kind of trailer park, as they've always come across, even when they were young, like they always looked like they rolled right out of Trailer Park Dave's Park, and rolled right into a ring after running through some clotheslines or drying people's laundry.
yeah, and wearing the same clothes, like sleeping in their clothes.
And you know, I'll tell you this: like Gibson, like he was a really hard, aggressive, like bumper. Like he attacked the mat when he bumped.
Oh yeah,
He was a solid mat worker.
They both were. I think.
Terrible promo skills. Then you get Morton. He was also a really hard, fast, aggressive bumper. He was a really strong style worker, but out of the two of them, he was the one who was much better with the aerial work. Also a shitbox promo guy. Like you put the microphone in either one of those guys' hands, it's like trying to understand a Warrior promo. I swear to God.
Wow, that's a pretty strong comparison, man. That's
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody chime in. Am I wrong? People from ASAP, go ahead, jump over here and send us messages if anything's coming through on your side.
but
We'll get that one figured out.
I tell you what though, man, like they were. I'm gonna give them credit. A lazy eye, my right. I consciously swing it back forward. All right.
I feel like I should have known this already. That's news to me. I know that that guy doesn't have any joints. Like you could grab his leg. There was a photo that was floating around for a while where I had him in an ankle lock. I was leaned all the way back and it looked like his knee couldn't possibly bend the direction that it was bending, but it did. and he wasn't in any pain. So it was pretty cool. And maybe a little pain. Maybe a little pain.
A little bit, tad. Well, with you, it's always, I mean, it's going to be some pain involved, right?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Chris the Crowbar Casanova.
We're not gonna go into that. Okay,
You really want to open up this can of worms, dude? I'll bring Sumate in here to talk about just what a stiff little bastard you are compared to me.
Just stiff with you, man.
What?
Oh,
I don't like you.
why? No, that's a lie.
Look, this is how much I don't like you. See this? That's all the way around my back and touching again. That's how much I don't like you.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
I learned that one from my daughter. She said, "That's how much I love Daddy."
Just like this, yeah. But anyhow, Rock and Roll Express, you guys had a great career. I mean, you guys were definitely old when we were young, but God bless you guys, man. You guys had the fans behind you. They were popular. They accomplished a lot in the business, and
the thing is, they weren't guys who looked like they could hang with guys like LOD, and they hung very well with LOD. That was a great feud where they feuded with the sheep herders. Man, the shit would just get horror movie bloody.
Yeah. I think they had the common person that didn't look like a wrestler or could even be one really got behind those guys. I thought, and that's why they were so popular and great for them. Look at that. I mean,
And look at Robert's fucking eye. Come on, somebody has got to comment on the size, Roxy. Jeez. He's like, hey, don't you worry, brother. I'm watching what that guy over there is doing.
Are you looking at me or are you looking like the guy to the side? But
I'm looking at everybody.
no, okay. Let's say you met Rob. I've never met Robert or Ricky, but let's say we did meet them. Would you really look? Would you be really conscious on that eye? Because I probably would.
See, right here.
Yeah.
They have no
Ooh.
idea what I'm staring at.
Glasses.
That's
Good.
right.
Good.
That's
good.
right. It's thinking ahead.
It's like looking at a chick's rack, right? You're like, okay.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I hate to sound like one of those sexist pig sons of bitches and whatnot.
on.
But a woman with big titties, guys are gonna look. That's a woman with titty titties, guys are gonna look.
Of
We're
course.
just wired that way. It's painful. It's painful. We've all been slapped several times. Oh,
Don't wear it. Oh, whoa.
and that is the most recent with old Billy Boy there. Look at Bill. Dude, Bill has aged so much better than them.
Yes, yeah.
I hope, Bill, you watch this and you get that little bit of a warm fuzzy. You get that little bit of a glow.
Yeah.
So like the sheep herders, the Legion of Doom,
Midnight Express.
they never would get down with I was gonna get to that as the main event. They never got down with the Freebirds, oddly enough. Like I feel like those would have been some 5-star shits.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they were great workers. I mean, shit.
And like people think back on the history, they forget some of the things that they did that were like revolution. Okay, here's a great example when they were feuding with the Blonde Bombers. And I'm not talking about Pat Patterson or Ray Stevens. We're talking about the honky tonk man himself, Wayne Ferris, and Larry Latham. Remember that?
Oh wow, damn.
I mean, those were epic matches. Like, no, people who say honky tonk can't work, like, they can lovingly, with all due respect, suckle on my ball sack. Did you ever say the honky tonk man can't wrestle? That's why he's been around so long, right? Because he can't wrestle.
I vouch, man. I've worked him, so
Yeah.
he can work. You have too. So yeah, people are just a bunch of haters. But I did see a Ricky Morton match with Ric Flair. It's probably somewhere in the 80s where he was a tag champ. They were the Rock and Roll Express tag champs. Him and Ric Flair worked a match for the strap. I think he went to a draw. It was a great fucking match.
That was with who? Morton?
Ricky Morton and
Yeah,
Ric Flair.
I could see that. I could see Mr. Joe Dirt Hairdo being able to be carried through a really good match. I bet you Flair didn't even have to carry him.
No, I think Ricky. They both are good. I mean, I'm not taking any away from their ability at all. I mean, they don't look like wrestlers, but they can wrestle. They're great. They can work.
Well, some really great wrestlers didn't look like. I don't know if Larry Blackwell watches this, but Larry was tilting them at around 400 pounds, just a really, and not 400 pounds of muscle, people, like 400 pounds. But this dude could pull off a moonsault. I mean, I wouldn't let him hit it on me, but he could do it.
Oh yeah, I see him do it to people and they take it and like, oh gosh, I just cringe. But
It'll be over, brother. You know what? I bet it would be, but it's not going to be tonight. I'm rolling.
No.
I'm rolling. Sorry, brother. I love you, but no.
No.
And Lance Bermuda, we went on his Otis. He was another really solid worker. You would look at him and think, like, line cook, like at like a bar, like the guy who comes out the back if you don't pay the check to beat the shit out of you, but not really a professional wrestler.
I was gonna say bowling alley, like the line cook at the bowling alley or something.
Yeah. Otis, this guy ain't paying. What? Who ain't paying?
I made this slot in that you're paying.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, the Rock and Roll Express has finally decided it is time to wrap it up, announce their retirement tour, and make probably a bunch of really good paydays. Because I tell you, the Rock and Roll Express retirement, even looking like this, will still generate a big draw, and they're still going to charge top dollar for their rates. So Robert and Ricky, man, going to make that fucking money. And God, I hope we can catch up to them as the conquistadors or something before they throw in the towel,
That'd be great, man. We could have a great match with them.
because we'll fuck you boys up. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like Chris Casanova loves to say, we climb over tougher guys than you two on our way to a real fight.
It's true.
So, Mr. Casanova, I would like you to put on a different hat for a minute and assume your position as Secretary of State to be, so we could discuss the campaign.
Well, let me have a drink of this whiskey first. As all presidential or let cabinet members do.
Or you could just spend the rest of your time being like Reagan in his declining years.
Oh yeah, just
Well,
know where the fuck I'm at.
Again, I'm here. The secretary. Yes.
What?
Tear down this. What? Wait, what?
Wait, what was I saying 10 seconds ago? All right, hold on. I gotta come back.
Yes. Well. Yes. Okay. So let's stop trying to make fun of Reagan in the worst possible way, because God, those were some awful impersonations. We're going to discuss the cabinet a little bit now because DiBiase Duggan, the only reason you're still hanging there is because I don't have a cameraman to film me destroying that shirt and then putting it here on Wrestle Shoot.
I think we need to make that happen somehow.
I think we're going to. But let's, there's a couple controversial things, and I'll be very honest with you, Chris. I'm still steaming. I'm still annoyed about this Undertaker versus Yankum thing. I am not a happy camper that you went so hard against me on the so obvious choice.
Well, you win some, you lose some, but I mean, it's
Oh, really?
that's life, man. It happens.
Well, you're right. The boss has spoken.
Yeah, is what it is. And if it was the other way around, I'd be like, okay, the boss has spoken. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah, well, still, there is going to be consequence coming your way. Somebody's getting thrown off the bleachers. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's getting thrown off the bleachers. I'm washing my hands of it. I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to let somebody else do this one.
That's impossible. People know where you're already part of it.
Wait, what?
We're live, dummy.
Wait, what? Cut that part out. Fucking cut that part out.
Too late.
I'm moving on.
Already off to a great start, and he hasn't got elected yet. Okay. So.
You better watch your sassy little mouth there, princess. If you want to be secretary of anything besides the secretary at the Red Roof Inn, you get a little bit more supportive before I replace you.
That's not your call. It's the boss's call.
No. There is no boss yet. He hasn't been elected. This little executive order that he declared on here last week, you only get to do that after the presidency. So we're going to have to get old Doug to throw you off the bleachers well before the election.
Okay, but I'm saying you can't take me out of the campaign. I'm part of the campaign. All right.
No, you're not. You're in an assigned position. You're not even elected.
I'm in assigned position. It's the boss's call to take me out.
But we're not the president yet.
Doesn't matter.
Did you like how I said we're not the president yet?
Anyway,
shut the fuck up. We're gonna address the other two that brought up real controversy that we were trying to select for DiBiase Duggan's camp that we're looking at for our camp now. So we're gonna go over the two.
Just a dad. I'm sorry. Just a dad said I smell bleachers, so I'm taking my bleacher fall. I gotta take it.
Oh, you're gonna take it.
No, I know. I stand by my decision.
So would you like to discuss first Secretary of Urban Development, or
Sure.
would you like the Secretary of Foreign Affairs?
Since you mentioned urban development, let's go with that.
Which one?
Urban development.
Okay, there are two candidates for. God, I love this one because it feels so racist while we're doing it. Oh, God, our selections are going to be the Great Slick versus Teddy Long. Now, anybody who's watching, we would love to hear your feedback to help us out with this one. For the Secretary of Urban Development, personally, not even personally. We're already unanimous with this one. Where you and I
Yeah.
give it hands down to the Slickster, hands down.
Oh, without a doubt, man. I think it's an easy call.
But then we got hit by. Didn't Paloma call us out on that and say it should be Teddy, or was she with us?
No, I think she went with. She went with us. It was unanimous. It was. Was it all four of us?
Jesus Christ! Am I really steering the car this bad today?
Oh, crash. Oh, our one of our listeners, longtime listeners, Maria says hi.
Hey, Maria. I wonder if Jimmy Castle just like popped on and just set his phone down and walked away for like a reason. Like, I don't get it.
Now we see a lamp, and okay.
He's probably off murdering somebody in the distance. So, do we have any feedback on
Probably some chick tied up in some well with a fucking chain and shit, like fucking Buffalo Bill.
Could you help? Was she a great big fat person? It puts the lotion in the basket, or else it gets the hose again.
You do that pretty good.
Would you touch my fucking dog? That was so not a car crash moment. That one was awesome. Oh shit, I enjoyed that. Could you help me out? Was she a great big fat person?
Oh, crash.
I feel like I lost my way on that one. All right. Well, nobody seems to want to chime in on the Secretary of Urban Development, so we're going to move on. Yeah?
Moving on.
Moving on. I guess, are we just going to say it's Slick then?
Yeah, why not?
Right. And if anybody else has an opinion other than that, go ahead and send us an email at we don't give two dams at wrestleshoot.screwyou.
We got another one to talk about too, right?
We certainly do. We're going to go over the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. Now, this is kind of a sensitive position. You know, there's so much global politics, so much global attention you need to pay.
Maria chose Slick.
Thanks, Maria, because you're absolutely right. You're with us. That as president, you have to be, and vice president and secretary of state, everybody's got to be very aware of what's happening all over the world, and we have to relate to them. And obviously, we don't have time to do that, so we assign somebody for that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, somebody with some decorum, intelligence, maybe a little bit feared. I don't know. Maybe like the kind of guy where you say, well, this guy could do some damage, perhaps. So, our selections are, Mr. William Regal, an absolute, to me, a clear and obvious choice, versus the ghost of the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Now, I know this one is loaded because, you know, Davey is deader than shit and Regal is not.
He's deader than shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's been gone for a long time now with old Davey.
Yeah, he's got, 20-something years at least? I don't know.
But then he's a ghost, right? So maybe he could, like, enter the bodies. Ooh, all scary, like, that's my pallbearer. Enter the body of them and, like, make them do what we want them to do, and then bang. Or
like
we can
ghost,
have
like in, like, Patrick Swayze ghost, like when he goes in the body and fucking controls, or like, what type of ghost are you talking about?
I'm just thinking more like the possession of Emily Rose ghost. Or maybe the Conjuring ghost, like where you can, he'll be like Casper with us, but when he gets out there to like fix some fuck ups, that some fuckery is going on out there in the world, he'll just jump right into that body and hammer that ass.
Okay, yeah.
Or we get Regal, who will just grab him up into a stretch, and he's alive. See, so like if he's trying to get his will imposed on somebody else, the rest of the world isn't like, what's wrong with that person? He's acting like he's possessed. They'll be like, oh no, he's having a real conversation with the U.S.
And I think with Regal, I think he's very elegant. He's a great speaker, but can throw down if necessary. I mean, shit, he stretched the shit out of Goldberg.
And that's and that's kind of what you just hit a big deal on the head. You know, perception is very important. So with Regal, what he is speaking very elegantly in his very well spoken accent. Okay, that makes people listen. Then you got the Bulldog who speaks like a Cockney, right? Oi, he fucked him. Up to go down back to London up in there. So that's how Bulldog sounded, just like that. That was an exact representation. I'm an idiot.
Hey, another car crash coming.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes, that hurt me so much.
Whew.
Oh God, it happened again. That's all you get.
Okay.
I love that car crash effect. Man, I need to find my board. But it's looking like Florida is going to be coming maybe sooner than later, so no point in unpacking it. So
Yeah.
So, do we have any opinions here?
Well, Maria's got her opinions on here. She is
Regal is good with his lips.
Yeah, she's going with Regal. I mean, that's her opinion.
Well, are you sure? Because she chimed in with, getting the body as well. So like she at least she's hearing what we're saying about Davey.
But she said William Regal.
Settle this, Maria. Are you going Regal? Or you going Bulldog? You are going to be the deciding factor here. Just you, not you, Doug. I don't want to hear what you have to say about this, Doug. All I want you to do is make a solid game plan to throw this son of a bitch right off those bleachers.
Well,
Okay.
I'm taking it.
You are taking it.
Oh.
I'll bet you say that a lot down at the back.
Oh, okay, that was way better.
You like that one?
Yeah. Oh, that's a toast to Rob here.
Regal is the man. He is absolutely correct. So, Chris, if it's all the same to you, I would like to get on with my newest favorite segment we've been doing here. Epic Wrestling
Ooh.
Fails. Who are we talking about today, Mr. Cass?
We are talking about WWF's Berserker, known as John Nord.
Wouldn't it be John Nord, known as the Berserker?
I think so. Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, you kind of put that around.
Car crash?
But it's okay. Too much of this definitely can help you run into some bad decisions.
Well, I'm not getting enough sleep, man. They got me working till like 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes, and I'm not getting any damn sleep. So, anyhow.
Oh God damn it, that was funny. All right, so let's talk about
Let's talk
about Nord the Barbarian. Let's talk about Big John Nord.
Big John Nord. He basically was a Bruiser Brody ripoff because they couldn't get Brody. So they made him. Ooh.
Let's leave it up to decision, people. Who is who?
Yeah.
Who is who? We have John Nord and Bruiser Brody, which coincidentally they were a tag team once.
They
A
were.
very long time ago for a very short period of time. But I was listening to a podcast that Nord was doing not too long ago, where he just said, I stole Huss. I stole that from Brody.
So my question is, does that fucking mean anything? The Huss, and like, does it mean anything? Like, is it, or just some fucking gibberish? Like, fucking psycho?
Chris, coincidentally, I Googled Huss earlier, and the number one result was, if you Googled what Huss means, you're a dipshit. So that was my answer.
Oh, okay. So basically, he was basically playing a dipshit.
That's pretty much what it was. It was really just, for Brody, it was just an insanity play. Huss! It was like his version of barking like a dog.
Wow. That is...
Because you remember, he would chase people around, not holding his hand, but he would chase people around doing Huss, as he ran at him. He would do his sales when they hit him sometime. He'd pop out, Huss.
Wow. But I think this is a time that I think when WWF was bringing a lot of gimmicks in, they had like, the Berserker, they had, Repo Man, TL Hopper, like all these gimmicks were just they're just come up with gimmick, dude. That's all they were. They see something probably on TV or like a profession. Oh, let's just make it into a gimmick. But they made this guy into a buffoon, man. He was clumsy. He was a cartoonish, Norseman. He would throw his freaking opponents over the top rope, and then they would get counted out, and he would fall on his back and go, huss, look at these,
Yep.
like a fucking retard. And
I mean, and, it's sad because there are really so many stories of guys that they brought in that they had huge hopes for that not even the great Undertaker could get them over.
No, not at all.
Berserker fell to they tried to make Berserker still a crazy bruiser Brody for a while.
He was there 2 years.
Undertaker, but it just didn't work. Then he became that stumble bum you were talking about.
Yeah, I think he tried to stab Taker with the sword.
Now, would you like to see a picture of Nord when he has gotten older? Right next to him and his younger self?
Oh, I just want to touch on Maria real quick. She said Bruiser Brody, when he wrestled longer, remember his days with the Von Erichs. Those are pretty epic.
I don't know if he did necessarily wrestle longer than John Nord. I just know he had a high level of success. When he was trying to be Nord the Barbarian.
Remember his days with the remember his days with the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
Those are good.
I do.
Yeah. But very sad. He fizzled out after a couple years. He didn't win.
Let me show you a picture of what he looked like when he tried to make some kind of a public comeback on a writing tour. He bought a car lot, which failed. Then he tried to become an author, which failed. But
wow.
So you think, well, I mean, I guess he doesn't look all that much worse for wear older down the line. I mean, not like our friend poor Lex.
Wow, poor Lex.
Poor Lex. What do you think of that? But yeah, what does Ric Flair think about it? Oh shit. Okay. God, Lex, he's so photogenic in his old age. Look at him. You look
great. Was that before the award? Some type of awards he showed up for?
I think that was before he went out. He was a presenter on this one. This was taken in the green room of that same show.
Oh, the green room. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But this was actually before the show. So, Lex, I guess, not aging as bad as he could have either. So there's Nord. Oh, wait, here's another one of Nord that's right. He had to go on Judd Mathis because he was having the ball suit off him for being a carny criminal scumbag.
Yeah. Judge Math, I've seen a few people on these shows, like Judge Judy, and there's another court show I can't think. I know Roland Alexander was on Judge Judy quite a few years ago.
Yeah, but that guy, he was, I believe it. He was just, fuck you, Roland. I know you're dead, but you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
God damn. He wasn't a carny. He was a scumbag. Roland Alexander could blow me.
Yeah. But I think John Nord's in some assisted living now. He's confined to a wheelchair. I think that's the last time I heard.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I was reading some article. Too much substance abuse. I think he's got Lou Gehrig's disease as well.
Lou Gehrig's disease? Really? That's still a thing?
That's what they said. Yeah.
Oh my.
I figured that was something like from 100 years ago, but I guess apparently it's still around with a different name. It's called something else. I can't remember the exact name. I'm going to pull it up here. Let's see.
And just to give everybody out there a status update, because I know you were all terribly concerned about whether Jimmy Castle was coming back or not. He's gone. He's officially left the backstage area. Jimmy Castle has left the building.
Well, he's got to feed the girl he has trapped in his well. Was that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You already used the well joke twice, dude. You had to get a car crash.
Oh, that's true. Damn, did I forget that already? Fuck. Damn.
You know, it's definitely the aftermath of getting hit upside your head with too many chairs and staples in your head, and pretty much just being who you are in general. Hey, who said that?
It's that piece of shit with the glasses on, sunglasses, and the
Weird motherfucker with
Brett
sunglasses.
Michaels hat.
Don't worry about my bottle of Windex back there, you son of a bitch. You
Why
talking
do you
about
have
Windex?
Windex back there?
Because cleaning my computer shit earlier. Is that all right with you?
Okay, I hope you weren't drinking it.
Okay.
Hey, can you drink rubbing alcohol?
What? No.
No. Little inside
Just our
joke.
little tribute to old Marty, because I'm pretty sure he's watching tonight. He gets a kick out of our show. Marty Jannetty, for everybody who hasn't heard, called me once when he was already a little bit intoxicated and said, hey, bro, can I drink rubbing alcohol? That was like 4 a.m. I said, what? No. Wait a minute. What? Did you drink alcohol? Did you drink rubbing alcohol? Well, no, not yet. I wanted to ask you. Why did you want to ask me? Why am I an authority on what alcohol you can and can't drink?
I don't know, man. You just had that presence, I guess. I don't know.
No, I was a huge cokehead. That's one thing. I get that. Hey,
Okay,
wow. Coke. Easy with that kind of talk. Let's not make it real.
Well, that's what they called you. I'm sorry. I'm just repeating.
They who?
Just they.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Do we want to launch the new segment? This one's going to be a little bit different, people. Typically speaking, for our segment coming up, Legends of the Squared Circle.
You're doing a great job.
What?
Doing a great job.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that was
Why don't you drive a car? Why don't you go fucking crash into a wall? Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
was Jesus. Something we need to hash out here, buddy?
Wait, hold on. Maria just said something. Did you wish him happy birthday, February 3rd? Who? What? John Nord? Was that his birthday?
So no, she's talking about Marty.
Oh, was it Marty's birthday a few days ago? Oh, wow.
Yeah. You didn't say happy birthday to Marty?
I'm going to now. I got his fucking number unless he changed it again.
You stupid dick.
No.
But yes, Maria, I, being the good friend that I am, did in fact send Marty a fond birthday wish. Getting back to the new segment coming up, we can get Chris to stop flapping his fucking mouth for 2 seconds.
That's impossible, but go ahead. Please continue.
This Legends of the Squared Circle will be different from a lot of we're going to do. A lot of we're going to do is just going to be really paying respect and homage and going over accomplishments throughout their career. But this guy coming up was a pretty close friend of ours. So we're going to run this one a little bit differently and just talk about our old buddy, Superfly. Superfly, brother. What do down there, brother? I'm getting pretty thirsty. Taking care of business. Fucking Jimmy.
That guy could drink. Just say that, man.
And he would just randomly start singing that song, taking care of business. Or the do a little dance. Make a little. Yeah.
You seen that at Applebee's when we were hanging out, man. He started singing that.
Yeah, but he also got our way over the top bar tab comped and all the food comped. Like they took care of us. It was pretty impressive. Jimmy was a cool dude, man, because like he would tell stories about these guys and he never had malice. There was never anger in his stories.
No,
he
not
used
at
to
all.
love to talk about the boss back when he was tag teaming with Andre and how much fun they used to have. And Jimmy wasn't a small dude. He was about eye level with me. Such just shows you how fucking huge Andre really was. All these people who go, oh no, Andre was really only like 6'9". You're an idiot.
No.
Lots of people say that. You know, all the smart marks that I had so many wonderful things to say about last week. the ones who want to pull back the fourth curtain of professional wrestling, try to expose and learn as much as they can, and then start complaining when it's boring. Fuck you. Be a fan or don't be a fan. Not everybody is a journalist. Not everybody in that ring deserves to be a wrestler.
Rob's on a rant.
I'll stop.
All right.
I'll stop.
Let's get back to a positive. Let's get back to our segment, your new segment you want to talk about. I'm very excited about it.
And we got into this discussion last night. We ended the discussion not having really come eye to eye on this. And that was how Snuka and Don Morocco managed to change the narrative of what a steel cage match is.
I remember this conversation.
And what did you say? You said first of all, what did Morocco really do besides be a sack of taters for Snuka to land on?
Okay, first of all, I didn't say sack of taters. Okay,
I was just
no. Basically, I said anybody could have taken that splash off the top rope. Like that's basically what I said. I'm not taking anything from Morocco, but I'm just saying.
Of course you are. You just said
just
said anybody can do it. I'm not taking anything.
Yes,
away
I
from
could
you.
lay there. You could lay there. Like Snuka's coming off the top of the cage, you onto somebody. Anybody can lay there. That's what I meant. Like if you're putting them as 50-50 to put that over, that's bullshit. That was all Snuka.
But that's not true. Look. Nobody ever climbed to the top rope and came off and hit somebody in a cage match prior. That was an unheard of thing. They would climb the top rope to try to climb over the top, and they would get caught and drugged back in. Morocco came down with the axe handle. You said last night, "Oh, I don't give a shit about no stupid axe handle." And
compared to a splash off the cage?
But that's not the point. You are dismissing this year-long feud they had that led up to this steel cage confrontation.
No.
That led up to shut the fuck up. That led up to Snuka jumping off the top of the cage. But there were series and series and series in between that to make it get over to the point where a cage dive mattered. They went to the ring both knowing that Jimmy Snuka was in fact going to do this. Like they both knew it.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I'm not dismissing the feud. I get the feud was there. What I was trying to say is that anybody could take that splash. And what I remember to the whole entire feud, what I remember is Jimmy coming off the cage. You ask anybody, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember Jimmy Snuka coming off the cage and Morocco took it." And what I'm saying is anybody could have laid there and taken it. I'm not taking it for Morocco's work rate or his gimmick or anything like that. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that's what I remember. And Jimmy was epic. Like, is that what you remember? Does anybody really remember the double axe handle? Not really. Maybe you,
I do.
But the real,
I remember all of it. I remember all of that feud.
Okay, but we watch wrestling like religiously. You go to the common majority of fans, they're not really going to remember that axe handle. They're going to remember, oh yeah, the splash off the cage.
Don't talk to me about common people.
I'm saying, oh yeah, that's true. Can't.
Don't
Anyhow, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'll give Morocco some credit, but it's mainly Jimmy in that match. It is. I don't know.
It was the evolution of the good versus evil is what it was. It was how it was worked. It was how it was promoted. Like, no, people thought Snuka was going to lose that match for half of that match because that's what you did back then, right? Okay, you're going over, so I'm getting over.
True.
But then, even kids like us back in the day, like, okay, Snuka's getting fucked up, so he's going to win.
Yeah. He was in some great feuds, by the way. I have to say that, like, him and, we'll say Morocco, Piper, like.
Well, Piper was the feud of his career.
Totally, man. Like, I wish they could have gone on a lot longer because I think Piper left to go do movies or something or retired.
Yeah, to go do They Live.
Yeah, and I think that feud could have like dragged out for for a long time. But
maybe Piper seemed like his ADD in real life definitely translated over to his career too. Because there's only so long you're gonna watch the same guy continue to win because Piper refused a job to anybody, right? He didn't lay down. We all know that.
no,
So that really hindered a career that should have been a lot bigger for Piper. Maybe we'll get into Pipe next week because he's a buddy of ours too. So maybe we'll check that out.
but let's talk more about Jimmy. I mean, yeah, great storyteller, very calm and very calm dude. Funny
Great
as hell.
storyteller.
Yeah, great storyteller. And then he would
I'm
look at you.
awfully thirsty, brother.
Okay, Jimmy.
Well, what did I say to him? Got him a bottle of water. Remember that? I'm getting pretty thirsty here, brother. I was like, oh, here you go, Jimmy. It's not funny. You know what the fuck kind of bottle I want.
Then you get kind of looks at kind of those crazies like, what, brother? Like,
Oh, he did. He gave me the fucking Snuka eyes. Like, ooh, what? And Snuka, we all know different versions of what happened with him and the girlfriend out here in Pittsburgh at the old
Yeah.
Coliseum and the death and the drugs and the just crazy time. Snuka goes, he told me anyway when we were smoking a joint in a hotel that, fucking she came at him, he moved, she fell, hit her head. She was looking at him when he helped her up and he helped her into bed instead of back in a couple hours and we'll settle this. Came back and she was dead.
yeah,
And he came back and she was dead and he still was like, oh, fuck. He called the cops. He went down to the front desk. He told them everything. And I'm not going to rant. I have an issue with the criminal justice system that when somebody is acquitted of a crime, they can then find a way later on to charge you with something else. That's a problem for me. Because then what they do, they tried to get him with manslaughter charges.
yeah,
30 years after it was settled, he was released. He was rearrested in his home in New Jersey, brought back here to Pittsburgh, to Allegheny County, and he was locked up. And Jimmy was looking like this when they were trying to throw him in prison for the rest of his life. Now, look at his eyes. This picture was taken right after a judge declared him completely and totally incompetent to stand trial. Look at his eyes. He's not home.
yeah. No,
Jimmy's not in there.
He's clearly not. He was clear wasn't there anymore.
I got a hold of his attorney out here when they brought him to Pittsburgh and
Yeah,
said, can you put me on his visitors list? I'd like to see him. You got to go through all these bullshit steps to get in. But I did get in, and I got up to see him, and he remembered me right away as soon as he saw me. He was like, oh, shit, brother.
wow.
But then,
Yeah,
in that photo, he doesn't look like he understands what's going on around him. He looks very defensive and kind of checked out.
Wow.
And it was sad. It was sad to see him, go to that state. Jimmy was a good guy. Despite Maria, he did have cancer, and he had a hernia that they put a mesh in, and they installed the mesh wrong, so it was starting to pop back out of his lining. He was dealing with that problem the last time that you wrestled him solo, right, Chris?
Yeah.
He wore a shirt. He's like, you got to stay off this area because there was that bulge coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, very sad.
And he had Alzheimer's. So, it was just, it all just started going real bad for him real fast.
He was a phenomenal wrestler, Maria. He really, even towards his last days when I got to work him, and then a tag match, of course, that's classic. But he was great, man. Could as he told stories, he could tell a great story in the ring. Even as he got older, he was great with psychology. The fans got behind him. It was amazing.
And then he would sit in the back before his matches and make guys sing, do a little dance, Make a little love. Because that's all it was to him. It was just a dance, man. It was just
Yeah.
a groove. It was a groove, and we each told our own part of the stories. Not one of us is telling the whole story. We're all telling our own different parts of the stories. Brilliant. He was a great guy to have around. Now, we are going to have to wrap this one up a little bit early. Sorry, I got to make a run. I got a personal thing I got to take care of. But it's only 8 minutes early. I thought it was going to be a much sooner than this. If I was going to get that text that I got to run. But
No,
we're going to be back next week
with some great stuff.
with some great new stuff. You came to Pittsburgh a lot, Maria says. Took a school.
Nice. Okay.
His son was in school out here. That's funny, I'm surprised. I mean, I assume she's talking about Solo. I don't think he has another son. I'm surprised you never mentioned anything about Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Surprised about that. Yeah, it has to be Solo.
Yeah, he's got a son and a daughter. Anyway, they're awesome. But I guess that's gonna do it for us. We're gonna have to wrap Wrestle Shoot up a few minutes early this week. But thanks everybody for joining us. Coming at you from the Off the Hook Studios. What's up to the ASAP crowd, Roku, Amazon TV, all that other fun shit we're doing right now. And so far, neither one of us have given a single thought to if we should tone down our language or not.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I guess better to ask for forgiveness. I guess, right?
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Oh,
boom!
That one was for me, just for fun, just because I love that sound effect.
Ping.
We're going to get the board out soon. I'm going to be in Florida soon. You're going to be in Florida soon. We're all going to be in Florida soon. Well,
I got my shirt on here. See, it's my Floridian shirt.
Dude, and you're rocking the fucking fedora. I mean, you're pulling off Florida all day long.
Yeah, all I need is a cigar.
Ramble. Well, that's what Ybor City's good for, right? Go get those handmade, hand-rolled, beautiful cigars.
Absolutely.
We'll
Thank
be back
you, Maria.
out there soon enough, and we'll be back here, and we'll be back here with you guys soon enough, too. So, on that note, Chris, anything you want to plug?
No, not really. I don't got anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You've got nothing?
I got nothing.
Not even the dance club gimmick?
You already promoted that already. I mean, you can if you want.
No, I actually went ahead and erased that.
Thanks, Maria.
Psych! All right, guys. Seriously, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. We'll see everybody next week.